Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. Got a very interesting Errol Spence Jr. potential Ego rumor mill. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, I gotta release this disclaimer. People seen the title, clicked on it, followed the channel, clicked on it, right? This is not anything official. This is purely me putting together a puzzle, me speculating, a rumor, something that is not signed, sealed, and delivered. I have to be exceptionally clear on that because I know a lot of people will, oh yeah, Ego said that. No, so listen to me. This is just something to think about. But if it comes true, based on the clues that I'm putting together in my head, then y'all will know where you heard it first. Situation is this. Did a video about it earlier. Adrian Broner was supposed to fight Omar Figueroa, Showtime Boxing, April 21st, main event. It was just reported first by ESPN that Omar Figueroa has some sort of rib injury, right? So he's pulling out of the Broner fight. He's no longer able to fight Broner for that potential date. Now, unlike the Hugo Centeno Jr., same kind of deal. He had a rib injury and Jamal Charlo was ready to fight last night, but Centeno wasn't ready. So that fight only got postponed. But I thought it was kind of weird that Omar Figueroa and Broner didn't get postponed. Instead, it just got, I guess, canceled altogether. Like, if you look at the update, it didn't say anything about we're going to wait and see if Omar will be ready for a later date. Because to my knowledge, I don't even think they've announced the venue that Broner Figueroa was supposed to take place at either. So it's not like they got to refund ticket sales, right? So just, this is me, follow along, just me playing detective. So I thought it was kind of weird, instead of doing like Hugo Centeno Jr., to cancel the whole main event for an injury. It's not like he's paralyzed. I mean, he's injured until his ribs are sore, bruised, or whatever, till he heals up. Then I did a little Ego impressions video about Adrian Broner, and I was just making light of the Broner Figueroa situation, about how Omar Figueroa pulled out, and I did the voice, man, you know, AB, you know what I mean, just did my thing. The very first comment on that video, this is on my Instagram, we have almost 80,000 people following. If you're not following, then you should be following, at Boxing Ego. I have fun over there, entertainment, and try to post boxing stuff and just different stuff. Follow me, right? Very first comment was none other than from Errol Spence Jr., right? Very cryptic message that he put on my Instagram page. This is his verified account, it has the blue check mark and everything, so it's not like a fan page or something. And Errol Spence Jr. says, I got him. That's it. I got him. It gets, you know what I mean, it's getting some likes and people are all in the thread responding. You guys could check it out. Maybe put a link in the description. So me playing detective, and that's what this video is me playing detective, right? I asked Errol Spence Jr. a couple questions, but he hasn't responded yet. So I don't know. In making this video, it's all speculation. But him saying, I got him, I started trying to decode that and figure out what this cryptic, I got him, what did he mean? You know what I mean? We're talking about Broner, Omar Figueroa on my impression video. So check this out. This is what I came up with, which, like I said, maybe I'm dead on, maybe I'm way off, so nothing official. But what I'm thinking now, when I start thinking, him and Broner are friends. Broner just posted on his Instagram that he would be fighting, or no, actually, he just posted on his Instagram, happy birthday to my brother, Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. has a March birthday. His birthday just came up. Happy birthday, Errol Spence Jr. And Broner wished him a happy birthday on his Instagram page. So I automatically ruled that out. It's just like Broner versus Lamont Peterson. They're real good friends. They're real tight. I don't think they would fight. So I automatically ruled out, I got him, in reference to Broner. Really don't think he's talking about fighting Broner. The two have sparred in the past, yes, but they're friends. And from what I've seen, Errol Spence, and I'm not saying he's scared, but I never really seen him go after two guys that were his friend, Errol Spence, I never really seen him go after Floyd Mayweather in his call-outs or Broner. So I don't think he has an interest in fighting those guys. You know what I mean? He has a personal relationship with them, right? You never really seen him, Errol Spence, like, yeah, I'll fight Floyd. DeSoto, Texas, man down. Yeah, you never really seen that. He respects Floyd, they're friends, and Floyd was at the end of his chapter, you know what I mean? So I ruled out Broner, but this is what I started thinking. What if Al Heyman and all the people behind the scenes putting this together, what if Omar Figueroa, I don't know if he's really hurt or if they just came up with this scheme or whatever, but let's say he's really hurt. Bruise injury on the rib. You're not available for Broner April 21st. And Errol Spence has to fight Carlos Ocampo. He's been mandated to fight Carlos Ocampo in June in Dallas, right? Omar Figueroa is from Texas. Errol Spence Jr. is from Texas also. So what if the I got him is Errol Spence now facing Omar Figueroa, because that'll give Omar Figueroa time to recover. If he doesn't have to be ready between now and in June when Errol Spence has this date, then he'd be, you know what I mean, he'd have plenty of time to recover from a rib injury between now and June. Maybe he wouldn't be ready by April, but June should be plenty of time, right? So that's what I'm starting to think. That's the puzzle I'm putting together from what Errol Spence said in that message. I got him. Maybe he's saying, I'm fighting Omar Figueroa now in Dallas, Texas, which to me is better than the Carlos Ocampo fight, right? They're both from Texas. And Omar Figueroa, just in case you guys don't know, he's done public interviews. You can find him on YouTube, where he said that he beat Errol Spence in the amateurs and he would love to fight him in the pros. So they might have gotten this together where they took this injury situation. Like I said, we'll just say the injury is actually real. Took this injury and then they flipped it. And now they're going to make Errol Spence Jr. versus Omar Figueroa. So something to think about. Again, it's just my speculation on this particular video. That's why it's an ego rumor mill video. And as far as some people, hey, but what about, see, I played detective in this game. And my intuition and gut feelings and putting puzzles together has served me pretty well in the past. But for the people saying, hey, what about Carlos Ocampo? Carlos Ocampo, he has to fight him. He's mandated. He'll lose his belt. Check this out. If you can usually work with the sanctioning bodies to make a deal, even if they made a deal with Carlos Ocampo. First of all, I don't even know if Carlos Ocampo's handlers really and truly want to put him in there with the Errol Spence Jr. I mean, I understand he's a mandatory, but you've seen Konstantin Ponomarev. He ducked the fight with Errol Spence at least twice. You know what I'm saying? Carlos Ocampo ain't fought nobody to the point where he has been proven that he's ready for Errol Spence. Now, if he does end up fighting Errol Spence, I'm not knocking it just because it's a mandatory obligation and it's a hometown fight and he deserves a hometown fight, right? So I'm not knocking the fight, but I don't even know if Carlos Ocampo really and truly wants. So he might actually be happy to step aside, to be honest with you. But beyond that, there's oftentimes what I've seen in boxing where if all parties are in agreement and willing to step aside, you can make some shit happen. Look at Cotto versus Canelo. Cotto was supposed to fight as the WBC champion. His mandatory was Gennady Golovkin. His mandatory had been Gennady Golovkin since the Marco Antonio Rubio fight. He retired never having faced Gennady Golovkin, Miguel Cotto, that is. You know what I'm saying? Or a more recent example would be this past November, Deontay Wilder was supposed to fight his mandatory with the WBC, Bermane Stiverne, in a rematch. Povetkin filled out with suspension, drug test, or whatever. He's supposed to fight Bermane Stiverne, but Bermane Stiverne, initially, he didn't want step aside money. He's just like, I want my shot, I want my opportunity in this rematch, right? And they finally got it together, paid him some money, and then he was supposed to fight Luis Ortiz. And the only reason he ended up fighting Bermane Stiverne in the rematch was simply because Luis Ortiz being he failed his drug test temporarily or whatever, so the fight wasn't allowed to go through for that particular date. You know what I mean? So I honestly don't know Ocampo's handlers, or I don't know if they would want to put him in there with Errol Spence. Like, yeah, they might do it so they're not ducking, but if a bigger fight comes across where they get more time to ready their fighter, I don't know that they would say, no, we want our shot against Errol Spence Jr. in June only. I think they would probably be willing to step aside to groom their fighter a little bit more. But again, this is all speculation. However, I do like the thought of 2 Texans fighting in Errol Spence's title defense at home in Dallas. I think Omar Figueroa is from Dallas. I got to do research. He might be from Houston or another San Antonio or somewhere else, but I know he's from Texas, but I think he might be from Dallas particularly. Don't quote me on that. But Errol Spence is from there. So that'd be big. You know what I mean? There's a lot of Hispanic Mexican population in Texas. I'm sure Errol Spence has quite the following in Dallas because that's where he's from, and they've never had an opportunity to watch him fight directly unless they went to somebody else's city. So I like that, man. Errol Spence versus Omar Figueroa. And listen, hypothetically, if this happens, how I'm putting it together in my head, then Errol Spence is a dog. He's a dog because Omar Figueroa is definitely more proven than Carlos Ocampo, right? And it shows he's willing to fight a guy that beat him even in the amateurs. And again, probably a more dangerous option in terms of seasoning. We've seen Omar Figueroa in wars and stuff like that. You know what I mean? He's fought bigger names. Belmontes and Arakawa was a war. He knocked out Robert Guerrero. He beat Errol Spence in the amateurs, according to his interview. So Errol Spence is a dog. As far as Broner, I don't know who he's going to fight. I posted some suggestions on my Instagram. I like Broner versus Lucas Matisse. Broner versus Jesse Vargas sounds good. Broner versus Berto. Or if it can't be one of those, Broner, Josecito Lopez. Broner versus Chris Algieri. You know what I mean? Those fights sound cool to me. Luis Collazo, maybe. Let me know what you guys think of this whole Errol Spence possibly facing Omar Figueroa in lieu of Figueroa being injured. I think the timelines and everything matches up. Like I said, Figueroa, I know for a fact he said he would fight Errol Spence Jr. So this could be part of the reason, or they might have used a delay or an injury situation to manifest this. But let me know what you guys think. And if that were to happen, who would win the fight? Do you think it's a bigger fight? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.